welcome to Winnimatics. Your mathematics is simplified. I am Winifred. If you are new to this channel or you are yet to subscribe, and click the subscribe. Click on it now. Click it. Have you done that? Well done. And equally click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we upload new videos. Alright, today we'll be looking at very interesting topic, fraction. Fraction is so important. In fact, almost every examination it comes out. You must have 3 or 4 questions on fraction. Both your common interest, WAEC, any kind of exam, you must have fraction there. It's very interesting. Alright, we have different areas of fraction we'll be looking at, but in this particular video, we'll be looking at how to convert improper fraction to mixed fraction and mixed fraction back to improper fraction. So before we attempt these questions, just like we used to do, we have 6 questions here, so I will answer 4, then leave 2 for you to use as your assignment. So before we start attempting these questions, let's quickly look at what a fraction is. What do we mean by a fraction? A fraction simply means part of a whole. For instance, if I have this is a full pack of, say, biscuits, or a full, this is just a whole, a pack. If I cut this into 4 equal parts and take away this part I take away, I will have this part out of the whole 4. Are you seeing it? So this part is called 1/4 of this whole part. So it's 1/4 of this whole part. Whereas the remaining 3 will be 3/4. That's 3 over the total 4. So a fraction simply means part of a whole. So if we bring it to number, it's part of a whole number. Is that clear? Alright. Now we have different types of fractions. The major ones we'll be looking at today will be 3 major types of fractions that we have. The first one is what we call proper fraction. Proper fractions. The second is improper fraction. Improper fraction. Then the third is mixed fraction, or we'll call it mixed number. Let's call it mixed fraction. Okay, so this is proper fraction, improper fraction, and mixed fraction. What we're going to do is I will explain them and then give examples how the fractions that are proper, how they look like. Okay, so for proper fraction, even from the name proper, if you say that something is proper, it means that it's okay, it's normal. That's how it's supposed to be. So proper fraction simply means that type of fraction where the numerator is the number on top of the dividing line, where the numerator, for instance, if I have 1/2, where the numerator is smaller than the denominator. The denominator is the number below the dividing line. Is that making sense? So 1/2 is a proper fraction because the numerator, the number on top, is smaller than the denominator. So we have so many examples. We have 5/8. 5/8 is a proper fraction. The small number is on top, the big number is down. So we call this type of fraction proper fraction. It's okay, that's how it should be. Now, the opposite of it gives us the improper fraction. So improper fraction is that kind of fraction where the big number is now on top and the small number is below. So whenever you have your numerator to be bigger than the denominator, it gives you the improper fraction. Like even these numbers, if you have 3/2, 3 is bigger than the 2 under. So this is an improper fraction. It's not proper that a big person like me, small baby, will come and carry me. So it's improper. So that's what it's like having 8/5. 8 is bigger than 5. It's improper. So it's improper fraction. Then the next one, the third one, is the mixed fraction. What do you mean by mixed fraction? Mixed fraction is just a combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. For example, if I have 5 whole number, 1/3. This is a whole number, this is a proper fraction. So when a whole number and a proper fraction joins together, it gives us a mixed fraction. Is that clear? Alright, so in this video, what we'll be looking at basically is to see how to change fractions from mixed fraction, this is mixed fraction, to improper, and then from improper back to mixed fraction. It's very simple. Just make sure you are with your pen and your book and that you're taking down notes. Don't just carry this, just be watching this video. No, you must be taking notes. Let's solve it together. So you're solving along with me. Is that right? Okay. All right, let's look at, let's try solving this. So as usual, I'm going to solve 4 questions from these 6 questions here, and then 2, you will take 2 for your assignment. So for the first one, which one are we going to leave for you? All right, I think you should solve this and this while I solve 1, 2, 4, and 6. Is that clear? Okay, so let's start solving this. Answers. So we are solving number 1. Number 1 says convert 3 whole number 1/5 to improper fraction. Very simple. So whenever we're doing this, what we do is that we take the denominator and multiply it by the whole number. Whatever we get, we add it to the numerator, then over the denominator. It's very simple. Look at what I mean. See, this is what I mean. 5, the denominator times the whole number 3. Whatever it gives me plus the numerator plus 1. All over the denominator 5. So we start 5 times 3. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 1 is 16. So I have 16/5. It's very simple, right? Okay, I know it's very simple. Let's also look at the second one. This is 13 whole number 2/7. So if we follow the same method, what we'll do is we'll do 7 times 13. 7 times 13. Whatever we get, we add 2 to it plus 2 all over the 7. So let's get this. 13 times 7 or 7 times 13. Let's do it here. Times. 7 times 3 is 21. So I'll write 1, carry my 2. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 2, 8, 9. I have 9, 91. So this is 91. 91 plus 2, 92, 93. So I have 93/7. So meaning that 13 whole number 2/7 is the same thing as 93/7. Is that clear? It's very simple, right? Okay. Now, with this explanation of this, the explanation, the way I did this example, I solved 1 and 2. Use the pattern, use the explanation, and attempt 3. You will get your answer. You see how simple it is. Have you taken down the notes? Okay, so let's look at the other part of it, how to convert to mixed fraction, how to move this back to this, move this back to this. It's equally very simple. We use the explanation of 4 and 6 to answer 5. Alright, so we have 15, this is number 4, 15/2. 15 is a big number, it's carrying 2, and 2 is like, I'm dying up, because 15 is bigger, so it's improper. Let's see what we're going to do so that this thing will be okay, at least it will be mixed fraction. Okay, so what we're going to do is to ask ourselves, how many times will 2 go in 15? In other words, 2 divides 15. What will it give you? You notice that 2 will go in 15 7 times. Remainder 1. Because 2 times 7 is 14, so remainder 1. The remainder will be on top over the 2 dividing it. So what you do is you use the 2 divide 15, it will give you 7, 7 remainder 1. So that's 7, which is the whole number, see it here. The remainder 1 is on top over the 2 divided it. Very simple, right? Yes, I know. Okay, so we go to number 6. Equally very simple. 81 divided by 4. So we're going to ask ourselves, how many times will 4 go in 81? So we do 4 divide 8. 4 divide 8 will give me 2. 4 divides 1 will give me 0, remainder 1. So see that remainder 1 here over 4. 4 divides 81. So 4 will go in 81 20 times. Remainder 1. So the remainder 1 is this over 4. Anytime you finish converting this to mixed fraction, if you want to check, if you want to check, a quick check, if your answer is correct, you can quickly run a check and do 4 times 20 to give you 80. 80 plus 1, 81 over 4. The same thing with this, 2 times 7, 14 plus 1, 15 over 2. So that is how simple it is to convert improper fraction to mixed fraction and vice versa. Alright, so using this explanation of 4 and 6, attempt question 5. Using the explanation of 1 and 2, attempt question 3. You will see the answers to question 3 and 4 and 5 on the screen. So when you finish solving, you check if your answer is the same with mine, the answer you have on your screen. If it's the same, kudos, kudos, kudos. But if it's not the same, don't give up. Try again, try again, try again until you get it correctly. Alright, so that is that. All we are learning today in this video. Remember to share this video with your friends. Tell your friends about this channel. Share the videos with your friends and try as much as you can to practice. Keep practicing with us. You will do very well in math. It's so simple. So this is still Winnie-matics, where mathematics is simplified, and I remain yours, Winnie Fred. Bye. Bye. Bye.